Hello, today at the Learnia, at Mathematics, we will learn about approximate calculation of circles area. What will we learn? We will learn how the ancient could have calculated the circle surface without using any calculator. And we will learn an approximate calculation of the circle surface using this technique. Let's begin. Here's a circle. Circle diameter is 3 cm. Let's try to remember how to calculate the surface in the regular way, the way that you learn at school. First of all, we need to find the radius. The radius is half of the 3 cm diameter, so it's 1.5 cm. Now we have to take that number and do square of that, and also multiply it by the magic number that you learned before, which is the pi. So 1.5 multiple 1.5 multiplied by 3.10, and the surface is 7.065. But what is this pi number, this magic number? You all learned that it's 3.14. Is that an accurate number? Well, pi is an infinite number. Actually, pi is made of many numbers coming right after the 3.14. So if we are talking about accuracy, we have to remember that this number 3.14 is actually an approximation of the whole number. See these, and those are only 100 numbers coming after pi, and there are much more of that. But what was the method used by the ancient in order to calculate the surface of the circle? Here's the circle. Those guys took a rectangular and put the circle inside the rectangular. You can see that 4 points of the circle itself are actually touching the rectangular. What we have to do now is divide the rectangular that we draw into 9 equal parts. You can see 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. Total 9 small rectangulars. But you can also see that some of the rectangular are filled with blue, meaning the surface of the circle. Some of them are half filled with the blue color. So we need to divide those into 2 parts, as you can see on the green line. Let's take out the circle itself and leave only the rectangulars. Let's calculate how many parts we have inside of the circle surface. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there are more. There are 2 more parts, which each of those 2 equals to 1/9 of the surface. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 out of 9 parts of the rectangular are filled by the surface of the circle. Remember this number 7 out of 9. Let's get back to the example that we had before, but this time we will use the method that used by the ancient. The diameter is 3 cm, which is similar to this size of the rectangular, 3 cm. And since we are talking about 3 cm, there are other 3 cm here that we need to take into consideration. So total the area of the rectangular is 3 by 3, which means 9. But as you remember, we have the surface of the circle, which was 7 out of 9 parts of the total area of the square surface. So we are talking about 7 out of 9 parts of 9 cm, which was the square surface. So the result is 7, which is the approximate circle surface. We say approximate, but let's try to remember what was the surface that we used with the accurate method. It was 7.065. See the difference? It is even less than 1% error. Now, you have one thing to do, and to calculate at your head the surface of the circle which the diameter is 9 centimeters. See how easy it is? Thank you. I hope that you enjoy the lessons. Hope to see you in more lessons at the Learnia.